Oh, test. Caramel, can you hear me? All right. I think that having this on my laptop is actually bad because it keeps trying to say it's linked, so it saves. Okay, it saves the settings on my laptop. So when I go from PC to laptop, it keeps trying to go back to the laptop setting. It's like, yeah, this isn't working. So yeah, AEW Dynamite is still on right now. So right now, there's a couple of guys from Impact in the ring with Kenny Omega. So it's like we have like a true interpromotional thing going on here, and I'm just waiting on this presentation.
Grammarly can help you write quickly.
What the fuck is going on? Okay.
So you never have to slow down at work.
Okay, there we go. It's just that thing. You're not getting ads on my channel. Fuck you. So that was a big thing. Yo, Faison, what's going on, man? Alright, maybe we should, now that this is actually starting up. Playback speed. Alright, let's get this here. Making sure. Welcome to 2021. Yeah, that's generally what happened. Like, that's nothing new. Anytime something big goes down and somebody randomly spouts a meme, for some reason they ban the meme as if somehow that will solve everything. Like poor Pepe. Because that, you know, that's what I was like, oh, yeah, that thing is, that meme is now bad. Cheer for us. Alright. I am excited about this, though, because, also, just a quick shout out and, rest in peace to Brody Lee. Prayers for his family. It's watching his son, like, his son is cutting promos in the middle, like, on AEW Dark, and they showed it on Dynamite. His son is, like, 9 years old, but he's already cutting promos better than some pros in WWE. It's kind of sad. But, yo, that kid lost his dad, like, the day after Christmas, and that's, damn. So, hopefully, yeah. Okay, whoa. Why is the text going in that direction? Okay. Oh, right, because it was... Right, because it was still coded to my laptop. Ugh.
Folks, Kenny Omega here, and this is AEW Games 2.0 Show. That's right. Before, we had a lot of big and exciting news to show you guys on Games.
Cowdog Games, what's going on?
Because we promised
What's going on? Hey. Not since the last one, right? Christmas was uneventful, New Year's same.
So today I'm here to sit with my co-host for today, fellow AEW wrestler, fellow gamer.
Fellow gamer, yeah. Let's see if I can... Oops.
Please tell him who you are and why you're here.
Kenny, I love games. Games is literally like one of the biggest parts of my life.
Right.
Ever since I was a kid, games have always had that special aura. I feel like games and wrestling
Right now I'm on vacation.
so handy.
I'm in the middle of cleaning up my room because I'm doing a whole remodel of my room. This is something I definitely wanted to check out, though.
A lot of fans are excited about the AEW game coming up.
And they have a freaking N64 with no mercy in it!
Representing your favorite characters. We're not sure if you're going to make the cut or not, but you might be able to be Kenny Omega, might be able to be Kip Sabian, but whoever you want to be, when you
Can hardly hear them.
feel like that character.
Let's see.
I think a lot of people are going to love what we put forward, and not only
See.
in console games,
Is that better?
a couple of cool mobile games as well that we're going to talk about tonight. But yeah, what are you doing here, kid? That's the other question.
I've got questions for you.
You have questions for me?
That's the main thing I want. So you
Okay.
as a fellow gamer,
Let me see.
I've got so many questions. Ever since
Oops.
I saw the 1.0 presentation,
Uh-huh.
there are a lot of questions in my mind.
There we
I've got
go.
a conveniently sized cue card
Okay.
of the most asked questions.
Oh, so these aren't pulled at random.
It's not
These
like-
are the most asked questions.
These are the most asked
Okay.
questions by the AEW fans.
Alright, I think that's better, right? Because it's like, holy shit.
If you have a question,
Oh, yeah.
feel free to add it in at your leisure.
Can we start with my question?
Yeah, what is it?
Why wasn't I asked to be a part of 1.0?
I think some of the most popular wrestlers to represent Games 1.0, and wrestlers that only sometimes appear on Dark don't make the cut.
Wow, Kenny, what the fuck?
Not enough for you?
Valid.
Yeah.
Yo, Kenny, that was
I do like thanks.
savage as shit, dude.
Thanks for being a good sport. Oh, okay, yeah, no cheating.
Question number one, and this is the main question that I know that you've got answers to. When
Yes.
can the fans get their hands
That's what I'm really waiting on.
the game?
Talking about a finished release.
Oh yeah.
Oh boy, would I
Really
love
gonna get
to give you guys a release date. Because
Probably
here's the
not,
thing.
though.
There are a lot of inner workings that happen.
Cowdog, come on, man.
Build a game, when you design a game. And we've kind of made a lot of promises. We really want this game to be not only fun, we want this game to last for a long
time, yeah, it
We
needs to
wanna
have
make
a
this game
good-
legendary, much like this game right here. And
He has to cover the logo.
mercy.
It's boop, no mercy.
It's a lot of thinking outside of the box. And as you know,
Oh,
games
jeez,
last
that's
big
hilarious.
time, a
I'm
lot
sorry.
of bugs, they become almost unplayable, and then they become a meme in themselves. We don't want that. We want people to have fun with this thing. We want people to be competitive with this thing. So right now, what we're doing is we're talking to a lot of the best developers, producers, everyone that can help us get this thing off the ground and released as a complete
Playable game.
unbroken package. So can I give you guys
Unbroken package, yeah, because like the last couple of WWE games have been a
Rest assured,
fucking wreck.
the beginning blocks.
That's basically been
It's
Cyberpunk.
feeling really good. I've actually got my hands on it for a short period of time.
How do you feel about that?
Whew. It feels a little like this thing right here.
Oh.
In case you guys haven't seen this one before.
Yeah.
He's gonna. Is that just gonna be a thing? It's just him popping out the cartridge every 5 minutes.
Okay, yeah. So, can we give you guys a date? No. We're hoping maybe next year, maybe the year after that. But trust me when I say we're going to update you guys the entire way, and when we get a date, you guys will be the first to know.
Right.
I'll be the actual first to know, but then I'll relay that information.
Okay. Big question that I also want to know.
Okay.
The fans mirror me on this one.
Right.
Because, you know,
They
I'm
mirror
sure
you?
They do mirror me.
Okay.
Will the game feature a
Create a wrestler mode.
mode?
You gotta have that.
Absolutely.
Yeah, you gotta have
You know,
that.
one of those favorite modes. I mean, aside from people wanting to assume the role of their favorite wrestler, whether it be male or female.
Yeah, being able to create a wrestler
or
is fun as
manager
shit.
or commentating persona. People want to create their own wrestler. Sometimes they want to create something wacky. Sometimes they want to create something that looks like themselves. Sometimes they want to create a wrestler who's in another promotion. We're going to give you the opportunity to do that because we understand that that's one of the most fun parts of these types of games.
Oh, yeah.
And we're going to make sure it's really
I love creating stuff. I spend more time in the creator parts of games than I do actually playing some of the
It's going to be
games.
fun. It's going to be great. Trust me, we've placed that as high priority. It will be in the game.
Okay, so you mentioned about the competitive aspect of it.
Yeah,
Will there actually be online competitive play?
absolutely. Yes, there will be online competitive play. You'll be able to play with your friends, against your friends. There'll be all sorts of options that you can play with.
Career story
We're
mode, yeah.
Exploring ways to.
That's important
possibly
too.
Incorporate some cross-play function.
I did miss that about some of the early games. Like,
To make this experience of playing this game more fun.
No Mercy, Day of Reckoning 1 and 2.
As best as we can. But
Those are basically some of the last wrestling games I played. I tried WWE 2K19. I was like, I fucking hate this career mode. I fucking hate it.
specific functions that are exclusive to playing online, which should be pretty interesting as well.
I'm also still waiting on my beer bug test results because
When online.
not even an hour after, like, I went to take the test like yesterday, and like not even an hour after I got back, my job texted me saying, "Hey, the last time you were in our store before you went on vacation, yeah, somebody tested positive, so We're giving you a heads up. Like, fucking thanks!
Okay, so it's not obvious based on the trailer.
Right.
But will this game be arcade-based, or is it going to be
So
more
that's gonna
simulator?
suck.
I would say it's neither.
Ugh.
So, taking a look at sort of like complete.
So I've tested twice already, and I've gone negative both times. So I think at some point tomorrow,
I think there's a lot of.
I think yeah, at some point tomorrow is when I'm when by the time is the time I should get this result back.
Really take.
Hopefully it's negative, because you know.
Ramp it up too high. It eliminates some of the fun for the people that just want to get in.
Yeah, I had gotten out of the wrestling games by the time SmackDown vs. Raw came around.
Sort of the speed and the fun
Unfortunately.
that some of the older games were able to provide. Is it going to be a full simulation? No, but
So
do I
we
want the players to feel like
I
when
kind of
you're doing the moves that you're controlling the actual wrestling character? Yes, that's really important. So it
kind of feels really bad. It kind of feel real bad for that particular brand of beer. It could not. It's not even their fault, right? Why did they have to call it that? Like, why?
Kenny, you managed to get...
Like, if it mutates into a new virus and they call it the AEW virus, like, these guys would be like, why did you call it that? Like, it's just a really bad name for it, like, for that particular one.
How did you manage to...
That's actually a very interesting story. I'm not sure if people are ready for the story, if they want to hear the story, because it's boring, right?
Right.
You just want to know the release date, okay? Well, you know what? If that's all you want to know, then I'm done. I'm done, kid.
Buddy,
Well, you want to hear the story?
I want to hear the story. They want to hear the story.
You sure?
Yeah,
I don't know if they really do.
I think they do.
All they care about is the release date.
I don't think
Right.
I don't think it's the release date. You've already expressed that
They want the story?
they want the story. Every last detail.
Okay, I'll tell you the story.
Thanks, Kenny.
All right. So knowing that AEW
That's
was
true,
going to be
huh?
a success, knowing that we would take off, knowing that we would be bigger than what people had originally thought we would be, that we'd prove that.
Right, yeah, because like it's more often like you almost always hear it referred to the sun's crown, because you can't say certain words.
I actually had visited the Aki Studios.
Now we can't even say.
You know,
He's doing it again. That's the meme of the AEW Games 2.0 show.
Whoa, jeez.
Don't leave it on. Don't
Yeah.
run that cartridge.
Okay.
I think if they do an AEW Games 3 show, I'm gonna have to fish out my N64 with my freaking No Mercy copy and just have that out, just for the sake of having it.
I'd love to work with wrestling. A lot of us that had loved to program wrestling games, you know, we'd kind of dispersed and we had left because we couldn't do it anymore. Because now we're sort of making, you know, a lot of animation games for mobile devices.
Yeah.
But you know, he said, I'm part of that old experience. I'm part of that old team, and boy, just hearing the prospect of making a wrestling game again really excites me. And so I said, okay, cool. Well, thank you for your time, and it was really cool to meet you. But you know, I've loved to have met all the OGs, you know, that made. And it wasn't until months later.
He's gonna move on from the one-winged angel to the cartridge blood.
Dude that I met at E3, who now works for Squaresoft of all places. And he said, actually, I'm kind of good friends.
Kenny Omega set him up for the cartridge cleaner. God.
You met one of the last remaining members of the old team, and well, I'm actually friends with the head director from those days, Gata-san. And he said, actually, he would love to meet you. And so I remember I'd already relocated. I was in Orlando already. And I thought, this is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. I should take a flight. I should meet this guy. Took a flight with Michael Nakazawa. We had an actual formal business meeting in Japan. And we had spoken about possibly making a wrestling game together when the time was right. And we had further meetings from there. One time we even met in America, actually.
I forgot to check if this was.
And it sounded like whenever we were in the
Rand, what's going on, bud?
process of making a game.
I forgot to check if this was streaming properly on Twitch.
So finally,
Because I was having that issue with it looking like vomit for whatever reason.
we wanted to just create the all-around best wrestling game ever. Gator was available to us, and he really wanted to lend his hand and his experience and his
It looks like it's all right.
all of his very unique skill set to make something like what he had made in the past.
Yeah.
So it really is like a marriage from two complete different brands. You know, you sort of had their way of making wrestling games. They made some
and banned.
versus SmackDown was real fun, very arcade, very fun. And you know, Gator's style of game, his sort of ideology of making games were a little different, which is why I say it's not going to be quite simulation and not quite arcade, because it's going to be a speedier version of very realistic wrestling. And
Yeah, that needed to be faster. There was one thing about No Mercy that really needed work. It needed to be a faster game.
There are moves that you can't add, or that you couldn't have added to your created character back then. It's going to look as good as possible, and
Looks like it's good on YouTube. All right, so
you're going to be able to do all variations of the Canadian Destroyer, you know, all different sorts of strike combinations. If you do something cool, kid, we can do that too, probably. Yeah.
So it really is something weird with my laptop.
This really cool knee strike move.
Oh, there's a lot of guys that do that.
I call it the T trigger.
Did you really?
Yeah.
Because he's from England, so he called it the T. God damn it, Kim. Oh! He called it the teacher.
I'm not really overseeing, but I received a package.
Oh, damn it.
Ref Aubrey. And she actually said that she has a very cool little video package to show each and every one of you guys. Sorry she couldn't be here today, but rather than listening to us talk, she has something that she wants to show.
Well, it's
So,
still
a
Christmas.
very special
That's
presentation
right, because this
from
was...
Ref Aubrey.
This would have been last week,
One of the unique features in development for
but it had to get pushed back because of the Brody Lee tribute.
Gimmick system. Gimmicks are weapons and items that can be assigned to wrestlers and allow players more control over the outcome of their matches. In this example, we've already booked a few matches for this week's episode of Dynamite. Opening up our gimmicks list, we can see all 4 slots have been preloaded. These are just a small selection from the large library we have to choose from. Dragging and dropping a gimmick on a wrestler will assign it and affect that wrestler's stats. Some gimmicks will affect the chance the wrestler has of winning the match, or give the wrestler a stat boost. And some gimmicks can affect the popularity of the match as a whole. Once the show has been simulated, the player will see how the gimmicks affected the matches. The use of gimmicks in Elite June has a major impact on gameplay, and puts even more match customization in the player's control.
Yeah,
With the use of the
gimmicks.
gimmick system, players can sway a campaign in their favor and allow for more complex decision-making. Be sure to follow us on all
Not
of
my
our social
thing, but
channels
I know
for
there's,
updates from AEW Games.
There's a lot of people out there who like the mobile game
You're
stuff,
a
so...
big gambler, you love spending your money.
Yep, here comes the Here comes the gambling gimmick.
Good old buddy.
Yeah.
Good old.
You know me as well as you know me.
I do.
You know all of my problems.
I do.
I heard you know.
Right, we also got the Monster Hunter stream is tomorrow morning.
No?
I think it's gonna be 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Gonna be getting up early for that because if they've been saying that they'll be dropping a demo in January, so if there's a shadow drop for the demo, you best believe I'm starting to play that game. I will be playing that first thing.
Okay, let's talk about casinos. Guys, casino games, a lot of fun.
Yep.
What if I told you, Jeff, that you're not going to have to worry
You
about...
don't have a date, yeah, you can't tell us about the day.
Oh, wait a minute.
No, this goes, Ken.
You're right,
That's
Jeff.
different.
I don't have a date. I don't have a concrete date, but what if I told you guys? What if I told you guys? You can get your hands on this game in 60 days or less. Yep, I said it.
You gave a date.
Kind of.
60 days
Kind of.
less. Give it 60 days or less. That's
I wonder this can't. I don't think is this live. I don't think it can be live because Dynamite was live.
Tomorrow?
So this would have been last week. So
I get it 60, but it's going to be 60 or less.
or
You
less.
get this casino experience. I hope you guys have fun with it. I can't wait for the release. I know I'm going to be playing a lot of casino games because of
Yep.
when I got the gambling thing.
I have a problem. What the fuck? Oof. Yeah. Like, I purposely basically stopped playing Monster Hunter World because it's like, I don't want to burn myself out on Monster Hunter when Rise is going to be on the way, so it's like, yeah. I'm because I can't wait for Rise. And now that I know that Rise basically is World, it's like, well, then I might as well just stop playing World for now. I was thinking Monster Hunter Rise would be more like Monster Hunter Generations, more like traditional Monster Hunter. So like they're kind of two different engines, but since now I know it is basically Monster Hunter World. That was it? Wait, that was it? I guess it was. That was kind of a weak ending. Well, it is what it is. That's what happens when you're down the VTuber rabbit hole. Okay. Goodbye. Yeah, he didn't even say, like, goodbye and good night. That was kind of, yeah, it really was, right? I was like, that's weird. Like, I was like, did they really just end it like that? That seemed weird. Yeah, I was like, that was weirdly anticlimactic. Yeah. Alright, well, I guess that's it. That kind of sucks. Oh, well. Wait, what is this X for? Alright. Oh, we'll just close that up then. Yeah, that was kind of a weirdly weird end. It was like, hey, we gotta get out of here. Like, that was it. I didn't even hear if they did say it. Like, yeah. I am still looking forward to it. Apparently, during the Brody Lee tribute, like, they did a post show, and Cody was trying to get Brody Lee Jr., like John Huber's son, on the walkie, and apparently he was in the back playing No Mercy with Darby Allin's dad. I'm like, y'all just have a freaking N64 set up at Daly's place. Y'all are just playing No Mercy. But with Sting there, it kind of figures. So like all the stories I hear about AEW, it's like seems like one big happy family. It almost makes me wish like I could have gotten into, like, if I actually had gotten into pro wrestling, like become a pro wrestler myself. I'm obviously way too late for me to be doing that now. But I say that, but like what freaking Brody Lee just turned 41 last month. Brody Lee was not that much older than me. He's literally he turned 41, I think, at the end of December. I turned 41 at the beginning of February. So he was only basically 2 months older than I am. So I don't know. For me to say it's way too late for me to become a pro wrestler seems kind of disrespectful to people who are still in the business. But then again, he's been in the business for I don't know how many decades. Like, I don't think I could get into the business at my age and break in. Like, it's yeah. That's a young man's game, and I sadly I am not a young man anymore. But I've still got to. I do have things I want to do. Oh right, Caramel, I should show you the Christmas gifts that my brother got me. Because like they thanks to that which will not be named, they didn't get in on time. But he got me a couple of ducks. Freaking Street Fighter themed bathtub ducks. One for Chun-Li, and he knows that I main Gave, so he got a freaking bathtub key. I wanted to get mad at him, but I'm like, those are actually kind of adorable. And as you saw my tab, like, I have fallen down the VTuber rabbit hole, and Subaru is one of my favorite VTubers, and she's a freaking duck, so why not? Going for the freaking SPD, the Shuba pile driver. Zangief grabs you and drives you to the ground. Shiva, 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 Shiva. Chiclean Zangoose. Yeah, apparently I think it's the original 8, so there's yeah, I don't know how well you all can see that there, but the original 8 in duck form. Zangoose. Well, that's true. That is very true. This is quite hard since there's an actual point. Yeah, but Zangoose is a normal type, not a fighter type. It was weird, but that was his sadly, a lot of this stuff is going to end up, like I said, I'm trying to clean up my room, but this setup here, I'll show you what I'm working with right now, but like this is my room is still a wreck, but like this is what I'm currently working on. So like this is the streaming setup. This is going to come down. I'm going to have to I have to dismantle all of this. My bed is going to go over there, but all my collectibles that I've got on top of that, I'm going to have to put away for the time being. I honestly don't know. I don't know if I'm going to set them back up again or not. Oops. Fact of the matter is, that's been one of my goals. I've been actually trying, yeah. I have been trying for pretty much since Thanksgiving to get a vacation, and my job has absolutely not allowed it. Until I had to wait, like, I just had to work, and then the last 11, I worked 11 days in a row up until Christmas, because they even called me and they said, look, we'll let you, I only had one day off, and said, yeah, we'll let you come in today, we'll let you have overtime, but we just really need your help. Alright, well, I'll go in. That was the only day I had off in that period, so 11 days straight until Christmas, and then even after that, they would not let me have vacation, so I had to wait until the 3rd. Like, the freaking 3rd before I could finally get finally get a vacation. So, it's been rough. And, like, I'm normally an introverted person. So it's like, the last couple of days I've just been like, I don't want to fucking deal with anyone or anything. And then yesterday I was feeling really sick. So, like, around 2 o'clock, I just collapsed and fell in bed. And, before, and the sad thing is, like, when I even scheduled, the first day, I basically started off on, Friday. Once I got off of work, I figured, you know what, I should probably, because they were saying some dumb POSs were like, yeah, like, apparently some people in the store were saying that, yeah, some of the guests were saying that, like, yeah, I tested positive, but I had to get out of the house because I was tired of being at home all day. I'm like, you stupid conscience, it's not about boredom. I'm like, fuck. So when I overheard that, I'm like, well, yeah, you should probably get them out of the fucking store, like, immediately, and tell everybody in the store that happened. But I immediately said, alright, I might as well schedule another test, because it's been so bad in my area that you can't just get tested right away. You have to schedule it. So Friday, I scheduled the test, which I took on Monday, and it's Wednesday, and I'm still waiting. Like, I probably won't get my results until tomorrow. And then I just got another freaking email saying, hey, somebody tested positive, and they were the last time they were in the store was the day you were last in the store. So good luck with that. So it's like, fuck. So I'm kind of sitting on my thumbs waiting for the shoe to drop on that one. So what should have only been a 1 week, at least for this this is a vacation, so I'm getting paid, but, like, you don't get paid for taking time off for Beer Bug. So the last time I did that, they fucked up, and I was out for, I took a 2 week, hiatus, because there were so many cases in our store popping up, and I'm scared to death of my dad catching it. So I was like, alright, fine, I'll take a hiatus just to let things cool off. They fucked up my return date, so I ended up having to wait another 2 weeks before I could finally get back on the schedule. So I had to burn 2 weeks of my vacation time just to get a paycheck for that period. So that was another reason why I couldn't get a vacation until now, is because I burned most of it earlier in the year because of that fuck up. And I could only take 1 week off, like, instead of the normal 2 weeks that I normally would have. And if this test comes back positive, well, I'll be okay because most of this week is a paid vacation, but the next 2 weeks, not so much. Which is another reason why I'm praying. I am hoping and praying that the demo for Monster Hunter drops tomorrow, because I need some good news to balance out the eventual bad news I might be getting. I mean, if the test comes back negative, I'm not banking on it, because I've swung twice, so I've gotten lucky twice. So I think third time's gonna be my numbers up, but at least at least I'll have something I can play over the next 2 weeks. It's okay. Even if the thing doesn't drop, there are some things I did get my hands on. I still need to play Nier Automata, because my brother got me that for Christmas, and I haven't played that yet. I got a new... What is it? There it is. I ended up having to get a SD solid state drive for my PlayStation, because it basically was just running out of space, because most of the games I had bought recently, it's sad, especially because of Cyberpunk. Cyberpunk I had to fucking delete shit. But the game just kept crashing anyways. So I was like, yeah, I think I'm just gonna give up on this game. But it was clear that I didn't have enough space on my hard drive, so I had to delete a bunch of games. So it was like, eh. All right, I think I am just kind of waffling about here. I do have, like I said, it's already 10:30. Oof. We do have that stream. Let me make sure what time that Monster Hunter stream is, because it was 6, but I want to make sure. I don't want to fuck that up, because I absolutely don't want to miss that. Because it's 6 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, so that means 6 a.m. PST. So that should mean 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, right? That's how that works? Well, now I got a freaking 6 a.m. PST to EST, because I'm still bad at this. Really, really bad. 9 a.m. Okay. So it is definitely 9 a.m., so I better set the alarm. I've only had to set my alarm over the last couple of days now that I'm on vacation. I've only had to set my alarm just to wake up for the test. Digital PS5, no, I don't have that. Oof. Yeah, I work in retail, specifically in the electronics department, so it's just been nonstop PS5 questions. And even after the PS5, even after the store said you can only get this through an online order, I keep getting these really, really clever, funny people hey, you got a PS5? Aren't I clever? It's funny, because you've probably heard that so often. Shut the fuck up! God, I want to kick you in the mouth! I'd rather people just ask me about the PS5 than pretend they're funny asking about the PS5. Fuck! You're not funny! It's like people who know a little bit of Street Fighter, they say, Akuma Matata. No one's ever made that joke before. It's like the Lion King, except Akuma. Fuck. So many people who are not funny making the same fucking joke. Oh, but they're asking me so that they can find out. Ugh. Except for streaming. Well, they knew they wanted to get it out before Christmas. That's why. They rushed both of those systems out, so neither of them. That's why I didn't even bother getting them. So everybody asks me, because they know I'm a gamer, because I got my Switch from my store day one. I was the first one to get it because I started camping out for that shit. But they know I'm usually the one who camps out for that. So I camped out to get that. I camped out to get the NES Classic, the Super NES Classic, most of the amiibos that were store exclusive, the Switch, freaking I remember Splatoon, like, and I still have that. I still got that. I still got that back there. Sadly, most of these are actually gonna have to come down, because like, I have to take down this desk. I don't know how well you can see that there, but like that desk where, that's the TV I play on. That desk I've had since like around the time my nephew was an infant, but it's sagging in the middle. So I know at some point, like that's just been sagging and sagging and sagging. I know at some point it's just gonna fucking collapse. So I'm just gonna get rid of it now. Like, break that down, clean it up, and then set up a station here, because I really do want to start streaming, not just not just more stuff, but I have other things. Like I got this guy when I got the PlayStation VR. So there's a bunch of VR stuff. I have Nintendo Labo. I have this. I have PlayStation VR. I even have that too. I have Ring Fit. So it's like I have a bunch of stuff I want to stream, but not a lot of floor space to do it. And that's another reason why I want to clean up here. I want to clean up, get this bed, because my bed is also on its last legs. Get that bed put away. So I can have the bed on top of stuff, get it off the floor, and that'll give me even more floor space. But yeah, there's so much that needs to be done. But yeah, the PlayStation, like, if I was gonna get one or the other, it would obviously be the PlayStation, because that's just the one with the better it's the one with the better exclusives. But given Sony's penchant for censorship lately, it's been biting them in the ass. So I honestly don't know about that. I've been coughing like crazy. Like I've been on like freaking Dayquil and NyQuil the last couple of days. I haven't gone it, like I've basically been quarantining myself. So yeah. I mean, if that test comes back positive, I wouldn't be surprised. I'm not going to be happy about it either, but fuck. All the same, I'll take a positive out of it. It's gonna be the longest break I've had from my job since, I had to take a hiatus the last time. And the irony being, like, after Christmas, like, I had that 11-day shift. I had that 11-day week, the 11 days straight. Then I was off for Christmas, and then the 2 days afterward, the day I came back Monday, they were like, they'd been riding my ass. The last 5 days I was working before I went on vacation, they've been riding my ass and just, how the management will just walk around like, yeah, there's a lot of work that needs to be done. I'm like, and I'll just fucking straight up tell them, what the fuck do you want me to do? Work harder? Are you saying I'm not working hard? We're not saying that. Then shut the fuck up. Like, they tell you need to work harder without outright saying it. I'm like, if you don't back the fuck up off me, you're like, I was gone for 3 days, and now you're telling me we're 3 days behind? Sounds to me like y'all got a fucking problem, and it has nothing to do with me. Guilty Gear. I hope Guilty Gear fixes itself. Because, I will be, like, ArcSys makes some of the best looking games on the planet. Even though if I don't like the games myself, between Guilty Gear, Strive and, like, Fighter Z, or Fighters, or however the fuck you pronounce it, they're some of the best looking games on the freaking planet. It looks like our anime come to life. Nobody is better at making games look good than those guys do. So, props to them for that. But, I'm just like, until one, these things get more games, and two, I find out more about what's going to happen with them down the line. It's like, I don't want to spend $500 on I do not want to spend $500 on a console that's going to give me censored version of games from here on out. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's weird that we're in that era where, as much as Nintendo pisses me off about some things, I guess I should, since we're talking, since we're talking now, as much as Nintendo pisses me off about some things, at the very least, they're not big on censorship like they used to be. So, yeah. They might do some really stupid stuff, like with the whole, with the Melee situation and all that. that stuff I expect from them. I honestly expected them to crack down on the censorship thing, especially with the other Cyberpunk thing that was happening recently that you probably heard about on Twitter, because a lot of people were mad because, you know, boobs. That's always a bad thing. Yes, Cowdog. That's exactly what I was talking about. What was it? Cyberpunk: A Ghost Story? Something like that? Yeah. So, and it's not even a new game. It's a game that's been out for months, but now that it's got attention on Nintendo, that's when everybody decided to get mad about it. Yeah, I don't buy into that whole censorship thing. It's like, and Sony, here's the thing, Sony would never allow that game to happen, and it's weird. It's weird that a game like that is showing up on Switch, and these guys like the absolute chads they are, just said, "Fuck y'all, we're not censoring this game." Yeah, I did hear. Yeah, Funimation bought Crunchyroll, so that's. I don't have an eye patch here, but we're just gonna have to yar har fiddle-dee-dee on that one. As it was, I was already not watching. I was not watching anime too much, but now, like when the cesspool of Funimation got its claws into Crunchyroll, it's like, yeah. The good news is that Nintendo acquired what is it? Next Level Games, right? Nintendo bought Next Level Games, so that's some good news. So that they just folded that guy. They did what was it? They did the Mario Strikers game, and I think they did Luigi's Mansion 3. So they're just part of Nintendo now, so that's good. I have been hearing a lot of rumors that Microsoft was trying to get I still hear rumors about it, that Microsoft is trying to get Game Pass on the Switch, since it's their only way into Japan, since, you know, the Xbox doesn't sell too well. Yeah. App service, all kinds of games. Microsoft themselves bought a few things too. They bought Bethesda, right? So I'm still curious as to how that will play out. This next console, the console generation is going to be pretty interesting because, one, Microsoft got their hands on some big name studios, and two, Sony seems to be determined to shoot themselves in the foot by censoring the games. They're supposed to be the console between the Xbox and the PlayStation, because most people don't put Nintendo in the same boat. But between the Xbox and the PlayStation is supposed to be the anime game machine, and they censor all the anime games. So it's like, what are you doing? So now all Microsoft has to do is say, you can have your big titty anime games. I'll fucking say it because I'm demonetized anyway. You can have your big titty anime games on the Series X. You can put all these polygons in the chest. What was it like saying, I think, like, Nier Automata, like, 2B's ass has more polygons in it than the entirety of Ocarina of Time? Imagine using arguably one of the greatest games of all time as a unit of measurement for how fine this girl's ass is. Yo, this ass can fit so much Ocarina in it. As you can tell, I am a big Zelda fan. Like, these were, like, I was trying to see if these work, but, like, these need batteries, but these are part of my brother got me for my birthday last year. But they need, oh, hey! Didn't they just finish charge? I was waiting on batteries to charge, so I guess I can check this out real quick. That is, if I didn't lose the screwdriver, which I think I just fucking did. Did allow a game because they didn't want to censor it, so... Didn't allow a game because they didn't want to censor it, so not much better. Unfortunately, that is the time we live in. Because you can't piss off the wrong people, especially nowadays. I think Top Hat Studios was getting death threats over pixels. Because don't you know, video games make people are stupid, and video games make people do real stupid stuff. Where the hell did I put that screwdriver down? I want to see if this thing works, damn it. He went through the trouble of getting me these things, and then... No, this needs a very specific screwdriver. I'm in the middle of cleaning my room, and I'm already losing shit I had just found. Gah. Exclusive. Oh man, Star Wars is in a shit heap right now. That's another funny story of what happens when you piss off the right people and the wrong people at the same time. Oh, screwdriver, where did you go? Damn it, that wasn't like my dad knows I like to tinker with stuff, so he bought me like a freaking soldering kit and a screwdriver. Oh, there it is. It was by my mouse the whole time. Shut up. Yeah, that's the problem. I am an incredible pack rat. I'm very sentimentally attached to stuff that people give me, so I have trouble throwing away stuff. I'm like, this might become useful later, so I hold on to stuff for a long time. And I'm very scatterbrained, so I just forget where stuff is. A lot. Like, a whole lot. It's a very bad combination of gamer tropes. But yeah, I'm not much of a fan of Star Wars, but I do keep my ear to the ground when it comes to pop culture, because that stuff affects everybody. Hey, there we go. That's looking a lot better than it did before. Sweet. I might actually have to keep that out now. It doesn't sing or anything. I wish it did. I wish it did like make the freaking rupee sound. That would have been boss. Not that this isn't already great. All right, let's get the other one set up if I can. But yeah, like, I have been watching, like, because I do like watching reaction videos, Caramel can attest to that. We went from, oh no, Mr. Cloud, to, oh no, Mr. Roth, please don't stab me again. We had Luigi getting spanked by Cloud, and then Mario getting penetrated, not really, by Sephiroth. What a year. But, watching everybody's reaction to well, I don't want to say it out loud, but the season finale of the Mandalorian and what happened there. I mean, by now you probably already know, because it's been a big thing and people's reaction to it has been freaking phenomenal. And I have not seen this many people react positively to Star Wars in a long time. Well, you can tell how badly fractured the fan base has been. Because, like, The Last Jedi started a fucking tailspin that just now The Mandalorian has finally managed to pull Star Wars out of. And there's so many people, there's so many agendas on both sides at work. Oh, dude, that's actually nice and bright. I like that. I actually like that. I think there was one more. I think there was supposed to be a Triforce one. I don't think he got me that one. I only saw the two, but that's not a bad set. I'll have to put them somewhere though. But I got so much stuff. I'm like I got stuff I need to sell. I got stuff I need to put away. Like this is my. I got all these DVD stuff here. I got some of the amiibos. I don't know who the fuck Erika Sumi is. Like I was with Caramel at NecoCon, and like as they were packing up, I just picked a random blind bag. Give me a freaking blind bag because I just wanted to get something, and like I got her and a bunch of other figures. I'm like, who the fuck is Erika Sumi? I don't know who this is. Like, it's not a bad-looking figure, but, like, I don't know who the, like... Oh, Girls in Panzer. I guess it said it the whole fucking time. Okay, I have no attachment to this character whatsoever, so it's like, I probably should sell it. Godly Bridge JPO. Oh, nobody took it seriously. Well, I don't. Well, no, yeah. There's no. It's not. It's not a surprise that nobody took that seriously. Oops. Nobody took it seriously because there was a dedicated effort to destroy Luke Skywalker as a character and as an icon over the last couple of movies. Like, The Last Jedi did everything in its power to turn Luke from this iconic hero to a freaking weak, worthless coward of a man who turned this guy freaking risked his life to turn his father from the dark side, and that was his greatest victory. It wasn't that he defeated the Emperor, is that he took this man that was so far down the dark side, he found the little bit of light in him and brought him back. And these forces at Lucasfilm said, no, we can't have that because he's the wrong gender and the wrong skin color. He cannot be the hero. So we have to turn him into this weak-willed coward that sees a little bit of darkness in his nephew and says, well, time to kill him. Ha! Like, no. That was... Even Mark Hamill and stuff like this is not who Luke Skywalker is. This is Jake Skywalker. What else to do? Wish I could take a vacay. I'm taking it's sad that I have to take a vacation just to get some time, just to get enough time to do stuff at home. But like, I needed a vacation just so I didn't fucking strangle people at work, because like everybody, like, to my surprise, the 2 newbies that were hired before Christmas are still there, I think. But since my schedule, like, they schedule me to leave at like 1 or 2 p.m. and like now that we're off Christmas hours, I'm back to working 8 to 4:30. But then the people who close don't come in until 5. So during Christmas, I was coming in at 5 a.m. and leaving in at 1. And then these people wouldn't, the closers wouldn't come in until 2. I was thinking, well, if I go to 8 to 4:30, at least there'll be enough overlap. So, hey, while you're out here on the floor, I can go in the back and take care of the stuff back there, because that's been piling up. Cripes. Yeah, I gotta take some NyQuil again. Nope! They push my hours back and they cut their hours. So they're getting less hours, which is already shitty, but their hours are getting pushed back, so there's no overlap between us still. So for the longest time, up until Christmas, I had not seen the guys I had trained for over a month. So I had no idea if they were still working. So by the time he showed up, it was Starburst guy, the guy who said, like, you look like a fucking Starburst. How are you twice my age? That dude, he apparently was still working there. By the time I think I go back to work on Monday, provided, my test, my beer bug test comes back negative. I go back to work Monday, so I took 3 days. I took 3 days over Christmas off, and then the Monday I came back in, I had management breathing down my neck because we're 3 days behind, and we're not saying that you need to work. We're not saying you need to work harder, but there's a lot of work. There's 3 days worth of work that needs to get done. So just, yeah. Why the fuck did you... They literally pulled me to the back to have that conversation to tell me that. I'm like, we're not telling you to work harder, but there's a lot of work that needs to be built up. Okay, you pulled me away from my job that I was doing to tell me that there's a lot of work that needs to be done, but you're not telling me I need to work harder. Fuck, and I don't like being angry at people, especially not people that are supposed to be my bosses. But holy fuck, y'all are come across as fucking ignorant and incompetent. What do you expect me? I'm literally already running. We're already at the point where because of the iPhone 12's displays got stolen. So because they don't want to keep anybody on the floor. So our iPhone 10s, our iPhone 11s, and our iPhone 12s all got stolen within the last 6 months. Well, we got the iPhone 10 displays. Well, not 6 months. That was about a year ago. So the last 3 displays for the last 3 iPhones we got have all been stolen. And naturally, they can't punish the people who work there for it. So what happens is corporate says you guys get less hours, and that becomes the excuse. And it's like, because the Apple stuff has become such a hot ticket item, we're no longer allowed to keep Apple stuff out on the floor. We have to keep that in the back. Which means every single time somebody needs an Apple product, the AirPods that are so freaking popular, I gotta go from the middle of my store all the way to the back. So I had to argue with the freaking security person about it. Like, look, we have a locked locker right next to my boat. Let me keep stuff there. Because if I have to keep going back every single time somebody needs something, that's just giving them more of an opportunity. Because I talked to the kid that was working the day that the iPhone 12s got stolen. He said they told me to go get a TV from the back. And while I was there, they took the iPhones and freaking ran out the back door. Oh, so they figured this shit out. It's not that fucking hard. So sorry, sarcasm, right? So it's not hard to figure out. Hey, when the guy with the starburst colored hair is not there, it's fucking Christmas. Just go nuts, because nobody else knows what's going on over there. But even still, like, I'm glad that's all that happened, because I don't want anybody at my job getting hurt. We're not supposed to try to stop these guys, and people are fucking nuts. Like, the PlayStation 5 and Xbox has just made things so much worse. So much worse. We don't even keep them on the floor anymore, because it's become such a vandalization issue. You have to order it online, and as soon as that stuff comes in, they get locked up. They don't come to me anymore. I seriously did not lay my eyes on an actual PlayStation 5 box until about the 23rd. The 22nd or the 23rd. There was the one day they came in, because I had gotten in at 5 a.m., the one day they came in and security had not shown up yet, so they literally told me, here's the key to the security office, because they know I've been there longer than most of the people there. They know they can trust me, because I've been there long enough. Here's the stuff. Go put it in that office, because that needs to be put away before the store opens, because we don't want you getting fucking mugged. Because I don't want to get mugged either. That was the first, last, and only time I've ever laid eyes on a PlayStation 5. I had no idea how big the box actually was. I can see pictures of it. I can see fucking, it's a plush speeder. I've seen pictures, I've seen memes and everything, but I've never actually seen them in real life until like 2 days before Christmas. But they get locked up now. Ugh, it's fucking crazy. Yeah, but every time I see like now, so now every time I look at, now that I know how big it is, it's like, Jesus Christ, that doesn't actually look like a system. Like, hold on a second, I have a fucking, like, this is my like fucking air purifier. Like you could almost pass the PlayStation 5 for like a fucking air purifier or Brita filter or something. Like, did you just spend $500 on a game console? Oh no way! This is a Plush Speeda. This is the PSS. It's purification system 5. It's for purifying the air because there's so much dust. And because Beer Bug, we need to keep the air pure. It's totally not a PlayStation 5. Sneak peek of the PS6. The way Sony's going, who knows if they make it that far. Well, not the base PS4. Yeah. Until Thursday. The Thursday before I went on vacation, I hadn't seen a PS... Like, they stopped sending us PS4s and regular Xboxes. So I was pretty sure they discontinued them. But, I did get a shipment of regular PlayStation 4s in, but not the regular Xboxes, so I don't know what's going on with that. It's a really weird... Like, the console race is becoming really, really weird. I did get a fuck ton of the Mario Kart Lives, mostly Marios. I only got, like, 2 Luigis. But, I wasn't seeing, like, I did get a couple of, I've been seeing a lot more of the Animal Crossing, Special Edition Switches, and, like, some of the regular edition Switches. I've only seen 2 of the Fortnite bundles, and I actually did get one of the Mario Kart bundles back, too. Because I think a lot of people bought this stuff for Christmas, and they were starting to come back. So that was likely the reason why I couldn't get my vacation for the week after Christmas, was because we need you to be there to take care of all the fucking returns for the next week. That was a nightmare. So if and when I go back to work, whether it's on Monday as planned or 2 weeks from Monday because my beer bug test comes back positive, if it does, and I don't know how that's gonna happen, but like, shit's probably gonna hit the fan then. But what I'm really worried more than anything else, what I'm really worried about is my brother next door and my father upstairs, because I don't want either of them. Yeah, I don't want either of them to catch it. So it's not like I'm not worried about getting sick myself. I've been through a ton of shit. I'll be all right. I've suffered. I will survive. But I'm scared to death of my dad getting it, because like he's senior citizen, diabetic, cancer survivor. He's somebody he absolutely should not be going anywhere near this virus. So it's one of the reasons why I don't get out much. I don't have much energy, and I try not to go too many places. But if I do go out, I try to get as much done as possible. I'm trying to get stuff done here, but I'm trying to keep myself isolated from my brother and my dad. But anyway, this AEW stream has gone on way too long. The stream ended like 20 minutes ago. I gotta wrap this up. But I will see you all tomorrow morning for this Monster Hunter stream. Whether or not we get the demo, if I get more information, that'll be great. A lot of the videos that they have been showing off have been great. The Haunting Horn looks like it's going to be a lot of fun. Pretty much all the weapons, all 14 weapons look like they're going to be a lot of fun. And the wire book mechanic is going to be great. So I'm looking forward to it. Hopefully, I'm still crossing my fingers. God damn it. Crossing my fingers that there's a shadow drop for the demo. And if so, maybe we all can hunt tomorrow. But either way, whenever that demo drops, we'll have a hunt. We'll have a good old time. So, Faison, Rand, Caramel, Cowdog, thank you all for joining me. I will see you on the next stream tomorrow morning, maybe, if y'all are up. Either way, I'll see y'all next time. I'm Midget James. I'm just playing. Good night. Goodbye and good night.